we have another episode of Super Saiyan Saturday, the Super Saiyan Dragon Ball after show. I jumbled that up. But once again, I'm accompanied by DJ.
Hey, guys.
And Ernie.
Yo.
And right now, DJ over here is looking at the comments section. So if you have some questions, post them, and we will get to those. First off, I want to know what you guys thought of the episode, so let me know in the comments below. DJ's looking out. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to start off with you guys. Okay, Ernie, what did you think of this episode?
It was the same thing as the last one.
So you were like,
It was the same thing. Although, you said it, there was actually some plot. Plenty of plot. Mr. Roshi saw the plot. We saw the plot.
What about you?
That was a little plot.
It was definitely a character establishing episode. Also, guys, I'm going to be looking at YouTube and Facebook, so pick your options. We're going to be looking at all your comments as well. So, this was definitely a Beerus setup episode.
Agreed.
We got to see a lot of our familiar faces. We got to see Yamcha. We got to see Tien. We got to see Android 18
Piccolo.
and Krillin. We got to see Piccolo. He had a nice little funny moment with the whole closing your eyes in the picture. Okay, I feel like I am Piccolo. I feel like that is Piccolo.
He seemed pretty disappointed that just his picture wasn't perfect.
That's because that is his kid. Gohan is his kid. He raised that boy. He raised that young man.
Agreed. He's the real dad because Goku's just not all there upstairs.
Goku's a nice guy. A dad, not so much. Not so much. So this is definitely a character episode. We got to learn more about the Super Saiyan God.
Yes.
We got to...
Well, not really.
Learn, but
I wouldn't have considered it learning because we just furthered...
We became more aware.
Yeah,
we became more aware that this is a reason why Beerus is either waking up early and then... causing this plot to thicken as we saw the Kai's panicking.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we have more of the motivation, I think. That's what I'm saying. So we have the seer fish who does let Beerus know, and this is the reason why Beerus is obsessed. He's basically saying, by the way, you have an arch rival. We're talking about somebody who does destroy planets. We're talking about somebody who is that powerful that having an arch rival for somebody that strong has to be exciting. Yeah, it's like, wait, there's somebody. I can arm wrestle somebody? Oh, shoot, you know what? Where is he? Do you have a name? You don't have a name. Do you have a location? You don't have a location. Do you have anything except that? Super Saiyan God? That's not helping. So.
Yeah.
Isn't that the plot from Kung Fu Panda 2?
I don't think I've seen Kung Fu Panda 2.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
I know. Shame on me and my
when
family.
When they revealed why all the pandas got extinct and killed by some big bird.
The whole chosen one thing is not the newest concept. The whole this person is destined to be the best is not the newest thing that we come across. So yeah, very much character. That's what I think about it. Kelly?
I thought that compared to the first and second episode, this one was better. We got more of a plot because the first two felt like the first one, it was Goten and Trunks flying around looking for a present.
Sure.
That's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. Second one was Vegeta and his son trying to bond, and not much happened other than that. This one, it really focused on Beerus and his search for Super Saiyan God. Like, I felt like this, okay, now the story's starting. Sure. So I felt like it was better than past ones, but not great.
Sure. You know what? I would honestly argue and say this honestly could have been episode 1.
Yeah.
This actually could have been episode 1. I mean, I do appreciate the Vegeta episode as kind of like a side story type of thing. Yeah. The first episode was just basically, hey, we get to see Goku again. That's awesome. But this episode could have easily reestablished that, hey, Goku's training on the planet. Vegeta's still training as well. Bulma has a birthday. Where the heck are those Saiyans doing Saiyan stuff? You know what I'm saying? So... this episode, it will never die. It will never die. It will never die.
Puns are everywhere.
It will never go away. I am super into it. So,
and another one. Hey.
But no, this could have been the first episode to me. So, really quick, I'm going to open up to the comments. Let's start off with Facebook. Jeffrey Del Rosario says, cue the technical issues music. Thank you for being patient, but we got it up and running, so thank you for bearing with us. Migdalia, shout out to Migdalia. She's one of our hashtag members, so much love to you, Migdalia.
We should be seeing her soon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So she says, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I love it. There you go. And she also says, is Goku in this one? That's the only thing I know about Dragon Ball Z.
He's in it.
But Goku is in this series, yes. It's very much a Goku, well, just like all of Dragon Ball. Yeah. It's very much focused on Goku.
I don't think you could really have a Dragon Ball series that didn't have Goku.
They tried. They did try back in the Buu saga where Gohan was grown up.
Yes.
As a 17-year-old.
Yes.
They tried to pass it on, and then the response in Japan wasn't great. So Akira Toriyama did have to shift gears again and say like, oh, by the way, Goku is still here. We have to bring him back to... They really tried to make Gohan the lead, which made sense. Gohan was and has had a very interesting life as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, being brought up.
Being kidnapped by a green little kid. Being kidnapped by a green alien. Yeah. Going to distant alien planets to resurrect your dead dad and friends. And dude, this kid's traumatized.
Raised by Piccolo. Like
this kid's traumatized.
Okay, but I think that his life turned out pretty well.
Yeah. He's earned his peaceful life. A lot of people complain about Gohan living a boring life. I feel like he's earned it. He's earned it. He's put his.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So going into whoa. Are we up on YouTube?
Oh no.
Josh?
Moving on to Facebook.
We're cut out on this side.
Josh?
We're cut out on this side.
What? Are we on YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, okay, so...
Maybe you're in the wrong one.
No, so we're gonna... Let's talk about the episode that happened while we're waiting for the comments to reload. So first off, we start off with Whis and Beerus. And basically
trying to
remember, traveling through time, and Beerus is giving him a hard time, like, I thought you were supposed to be fast. This isn't fast. And he's like, hold on a moment. I am the fastest person in the universe, so don't you dare.
Get that straight.
Oh, I was not even listening.
He's got a bit of an attitude, Whis.
He does.
Well, he deserves it.
Well, you know what? I kind of have a feeling that Whis is gonna probably turn on Beerus at some point.
Nah.
You don't think so?
There's some weird relationship between them that he's devoted to Beerus.
I see the devotion, but I also feel like Whis kind of so Beerus is at like this level, and Whis' level is kind of up here, but he pretends he's down here.
Oh, did we start over?
No.
Did we start over?
Well, we know that Whis is stronger. That he's the one that trained Beerus, so we know that.
But I think he pretends to be below Beerus, but I think that as soon as he gets his chance, I think he's gonna like.
I don't think he wants to show off.
No,
I think he's not in that position. He's not the fighter. He has the ability to fight, but he's not a fighter. I mean, and like we know that from Resurrection F, he was training Goku and Vegeta, and kind of training them, but he wasn't fully training them because we know he has vast potential, but we just don't know what it is.
That's true.
We know he's super powerful.
Yeah,
he's not.
We know he's super powerful. We're talking about two deities who've been together for years, like hundreds and hundreds of years. I mean, again, he woke up from a 39-year nap.
And it was a short nap.
That was considered a short nap at that. So they know each other at this point. Like, if they're not divorced by now, like, you know what I mean? If they're not tired of each other's crap by now, like, come on. But I feel like he kind of looks at Beerus like, you know, his dumbass student. And that's kind of the way he talks to him, too. Like, are we there yet? Excuse me? I was just asking. You know, I'm the fastest dude in this universe, right?
But he was not going to take crap from Beerus just because he was like, hold on a second.
That's what I'm saying. His dumbass student. Exactly.
I won't feed you. I won't feed you.
Yeah, and then of course he's talking about food and how he's always hungry, which makes me always hungry.
Which is everything in
Dragon Ball Super is subliminally making us.
I'm bringing in cup noodles next time.
Please.
We're eating cup noodles for the next episode.
I would love it. So open it up to Facebook. I'm sorry, to
Back
YouTube.
to comments.
Actually, some comments got deleted, but a lot of them, I will say this to you, Kelly. Forgive me, I don't know who left them, but before we got disconnected, there was a whole bunch of comments saying, #Kelly is bae.
Aww.
There's a lot of love for Kelly.
This is, and
Kelly is the cutest. So honestly,
stay
all of our
with this group.
All of our hashtag followers definitely agreed. Kelly is bae.
It's
Kelly is
so
bae.
nice because when I first started off with hashtag and I started doing anime reviews and video game stuff, I got a lot of hate. A lot of people telling me I didn't know what I was talking about.
I can't see it.
I think that there was one video that seemed like, review from cute girl, and everyone's like, cute? So I got a lot of hate, and it's really sweet of you guys to, support us, so thank you. Thank you.
Kelly is bae.
So
anyways, so it is very much a Beerus establishing episode, even with the Supreme Kais.
Yeah.
They made mention that even the older Supreme Kai was not nervous when Majin Buu was wreaking havoc. So Beerus, this is very much showing how much of a force that Beerus is.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I agree. I get the feeling that Whis is gonna do something.
I feel like Whis is just like that over a teacher.
You think he's too dedicated?
I feel like with Dragon Ball, anything could happen. Anything could happen, absolutely. But I feel like with Dragon Ball, they like that dynamics where it's kind of like Vegeta and Piccolo and anyone who used to be bad is now good. You have that comedy type of relationship where you're just like, every single one of these guys can like blow up a planet, and yet you're still gonna talk crap. Like you're still gonna talk crap. Like this guy trained this other dude, this cat, this Neko-chan. They literally trained this cat that can destroy planets now. So he's just kind of like, he's just humoring the kid at this point. Just like, what are you up? What are you awake for? Aren't you supposed to be asleep? Yeah, but there's the Super Saiyan God I want to check out. Seriously, go back to sleep. No, I want to check out the Super Saiyan God and feed me. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much the second thing.
That's what I'm saying. They have some kind of relationship that's established before that we don't know of yet, and why he's just so devoted to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
but
I think that's pretty much.
Whis is not the fighting type though. He's not. I mean, like look at the Kais. They're powerful, but have you ever seen them fight?
Yeah, kind of. We got to see some of the Kais fight in flashbacks. Like for instance, the Supreme Kais. Primarily, that's not their roles and their duties. That's not primarily their roles and their duties. They will do it, but we know there's a system of Kais, just like there's a system of gods. Their roles are to oversee. Matter of fact, we know they're so profound. They know they're so of deity level that even when Piccolo first met Supreme Kai, he was petrified of him. Not necessarily because he was strong, but mainly because he was that divine.
Yeah.
So I think that's just an establishment as far as the order of the Kai system.
Okay.
So.
And then we move on to the point where the first thing the deities do is like, okay, Beerus is back. Step number one, or actually rule number one, don't tell Goku. That's like the first thing they want to lay down.
He's gonna run after him and fight him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was next order of business after they found out Beerus was around. And then, of course, we get to Goku, who is still training with King Kai on King Kai's little planet. Yep. And the deities are telling King Kai, like, don't tell Goku, once again. And then Goku is obviously like, what? I heard my name. What's going on
That's
here?
legit.
What?
That's legit.
Who's talking about me? And, then we get distracted. I did like, though, that shortly after this scene, they threw in a lot of flashback scenes.
Yes.
I liked that.
Yes.
I thought that was nice. And it was definitely scenes from the original episode.
They touched on the fact of why King Kai is still dead.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Now that flashback
It
was...
was something that we talked about last episode.
What's that?
About him being dead. And still having the ring.
And here's the thing, here's one thing I will say about Dragon Ball Super. This is where Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z did not do, and you could tell it's a different approach. They actually care enough to try to connect it, because most of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball just kind of keeps on going. If you did get a flashback, especially in the beginning episodes, if you got a flashback, great, but not necessarily in the beginning. This is a lot of establishing for character.
Yeah.
So they're taking the time to milk it out, but for instance, they didn't have to explain King Kai being dead if they didn't want to.
No,
But we do have a new generation that is watching this.
But for a lot of Japanese anime, they typically, if they don't want to spend the time, they don't. Exactly.
But I felt like it was nice because they're trying to pull new viewers into the show. Yeah. And I think it's a good season for new viewers to come into. Mm-hmm. I think that it represents the series well, so yeah, I was happy with it.
So the flashback that we got from King Kai was from Dragon Ball Z. So that's kind of cool. He even pokes fun at the fact, like, every time you pull up a Dragon Ball, I get excited, and then you let me down. That's pretty dope. Like, that's literally like an in-your-face joke in Dragon Ball. Like, yeah, why haven't you wished them back yet? I don't know, but every time you gather the Dragon Balls, I think you're gonna have my back. And guess what? You never do. What the heck? Do you know what the other guys are saying about me? I'd be dead. But does it really matter if you're dead or not? Yeah, they be talking mess. So they legit had that. Again, shout out to Sean Shamel, because that's him as King Kai and him as Goku. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome.
Arguing with myself?
Skills.
Arguing with myself. That's basically what it is.
Pretty much.
Arguing with myself.
Mad skills right there. I'm not a person of many voices, that's for sure. So respect to those people who are capable of throwing out many voices.
Like Joe and his accent?
Oh yeah, his British accent. We gotta get him to come here and do that. But then
next week.
It's a committed process. It's a committed process.
You got something for him to do in the next live stream for wrap up. Yeah.
And then next we get to another cutscene of surprise, surprise, Beerus eating food. More food thrown in there, and they bring in the Oracle tadpole thingy.
The seer.
It is a seer, but it looks like a tadpole.
The majestic little fish.
Which was freaking adorable. I loved it.
It's a cute character.
I want one. Can I get one? Are they gonna do merchandise of it?
We're gonna try to find one. We're gonna try to find a little seer plushie.
Yeah, I want one.
Can we just get a beta fish?
I know, right? We'll name him. Name him Seer.
Just stick him right
the
there.
anime eyes on the cup. They're like, oh yeah, so you just line him up just right. He's the seer fish.
And once again, he's trying so hard to tap into sources to find out who is the Super Saiyan God. Because that is basically setting up the story for the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
And little tadpole guy's like, well, I don't know. I gotta...
Can't remember.
It's not coming to me right now. And then he's basically like, oh, you want me to cut down on your food? Because that's what this show's all about. Take his food away. Oh, wait. I got something. Yes, there is a Super Saiyan
It's coming to me. It's coming to me. But this was a nice moment for them to establish that Goku isn't a slouch. So now Beerus is introduced to Goku. He's introduced to a Super Saiyan. Not a Super Saiyan God, but the one who defeated Frieza. Which is a big deal. Which is a big deal. Frieza is like the emperor of that universe. I mean, yes, Majin Buu is like the big...
and Frieza worked for Beerus.
Kind of technically.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's under Beerus's reign of terror, but Beerus is like a balanced person. But we also established the fact in this episode that Beerus does have a role to do, but also Beerus does whatever the hell he wants as a destroyer. So, Frieza being the big tyrant, it is pretty impressive to see like a Saiyan of all people.
And we also found out that Beerus was the one that ordered Frieza to destroy.
Did they stop saying this episode?
Pretty sure it was this episode.
Did they?
Or was it during the movie?
It was during the movie.
Yeah.
I think it was during the movie. I don't think they established that in this episode.
Like,
Kelly's like,
because when they were talking about it, about the planet, how it destroyed, and there were still Saiyans left.
Oh,
I don't know. I watched the movie.
But in any case,
I'm mixing it up.
And the cat, no, he's not making anything up. But yes, it is a known fact that Beerus was actually going to destroy Planet Vegeta anyways.
Yeah.
And then he was just kind of like, well, Frieza got it, like a jackass. So we got the flashback as far as Goku turning Super Saiyan. Now this is original animation.
And I liked it.
But this is this style of animation. This isn't like the past animation.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. And then we move on to bringing up Earth and Goku.
Yes, and his location.
Yes.
And the kids.
And the kids, and we get to see Bulma's party. But before we get into that, let me read a couple more comments from our chat. We have Super Ryan Steele Thomas. He says, hey, I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball. Got a Dragon Ball movie. Great. Thank you, Super Ryan Steele Thomas. That's a great name. Chris Perez says Gohan needs to start training again.
Agreed.
And I agree, but
that family life.
But I think he's earned. Like that's the thing. Like I used to complain about Gohan being a weakling.
Yeah.
But I actually think he deserves it.
I did not like how much whining he did as a kid. He was a whiny child.
Yeah, but he was also a powerful whiny child. So
he was powerful, but he was a little annoying in Dragon Ball Z. Just gonna throw that out there.
Thrown in cot.
My opinion.
Thrown in cot. Chris Perez also says Whis be playing too much. Whis is a great character. Let's see. Chris Perez says Kelly is bae forever. Hashtag Kelly is bae. I love this. Like I love the Kelly love. I love the Kelly love.
You guys are so kind, all of you out there.
I love you too, Ernie. Just in case you were missing out.
Throw some love out there to Ernie, guys.
Let's get some of that Ernie love.
He shaved the beard. Did nobody say that in the comments?
No.
We're getting there.
I'm here for just like added amusement filling in the gaps.
Do you like him with beard or without beard?
Leave us a comment. Do we like Ernie with the facial Momoa, or do we like Ernie, young and dumb?
I gave up on the Momoa.
No giving up. That's a quitter attitude.
No, I'm going for the Cisco now.
Oh, nice.
I like the Cisco. You should cosplay
Kelly's a fan of the Cisco.
Actually, Jezzer's making me the shirts.
Yes, good job, Jezzer. You're out there somewhere.
So Blackwing 2040, shout out to Blackwing 2040, great guy. He says, DJ Kelly and Ernie, Beerus is so funny. Chris Perez says, Oracle Fish stole the show in this episode.
Yep. Oracle Tadpole.
We also said, hey, mad love to Kelly.
Aww.
We have Angel Villa, who says, do you think Vegeta will ever take the mantle of the Super Saiyan God of Destruction? Oh, let's get into that real quick. So we know that Beerus is the God of Destruction.
Yes.
Kelly, do you think that Vegeta will take up the mantle of a Super Saiyan God of Destruction?
Well,
who has a mantle now?
Beerus. Beerus is officially the role of the God of Destruction.
Based on how this season is playing out, or how we're seeing these episodes play out, Vegeta is training a lot.
So is Goku.
But Goku's not as serious about it, in my opinion, as Vegeta is. So I think that they're playing it up for Vegeta to take it over.
Ernie?
Like when the Majin saga, when he went all super evil with the M on his forehead.
Oh yeah,
you think that's gonna happen?
I don't know. But I don't think it'd be no. But the question is, do you think in any circumstance, whether it's by choice, at all, do you think they're setting up Vegeta to take the mantle?
Nah, Beerus is gonna stick with that.
Beerus is gonna stick with
that title.
Okay. So we're gonna move on. Black Wing 2040. Yo, Roshi never learns, does he? Ernie be about that stalker life.
That plot.
He'd be about that stalker life.
Yeah, I'm surprised they had enough coins to feed that thing in. No, wait, they shouldn't even have coins in those things. It's a private boat.
That should have been free. How do you think they're rich? How do you think Bulma's getting that money?
Oh.
Entrepreneur. Yeah. So we have Begenso in the house. Shout out to Begenso. What's up, Brian? We have Vidil Satan that says hi.
Hi.
And let's see. Whis fed the fish 2 times a day instead of 3.
Yep.
And let's see. And a couple more comments from Black Wing 2040. Beerus is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Vegeta as a god of destruction. And when he first went Super Saiyan, it required rage for him, just like Goku. So maybe he will. You never know. So let's bring it up to Earth, like you were saying.
That's right. So basically, they're like, oh, there's this Goku. He's your best option at the moment since you can't remember who Super Saiyan God is.
Yep.
And so they're like, all right, now they're shifting all their focus to Earth and Goku. So that's basically setting him up for what he's going to do in the next episode.
He has a direction now.
He has a direction now, which I like.
Yeah.
I like that we're getting this plot.
Finally.
And then we get to the party scene where we get all the update on the characters that we haven't seen yet. We get to see Android and Goten.
Android 18. And can we talk about that scene real quick? Because honestly, that's the reason why Krillin is one of my favorite characters, is because he is that short guy
He's got the
who got the hot girl.
Yeah.
He got the hot girl and has a cute kid. Like, he's living the dream.
He went out of his way for that, though. Way out of his way for that.
But the biggest ongoing gag in Dragon Ball is the fact that Krillin couldn't get any. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Like, his constant comment was, "I'll never get a wife." You know, Japanese humor, which is, "I'll never get a wife. I'll never get a waifu." You know what I mean? Now, not only does he have a wife, he has the winner. He has the trophy wife.
The trophy wife.
Which I think in the last episode you said you thought she was the best
female.
She's the best female
in the whole series.
In the whole series, yeah. She fights. She's hot. She's an android, and
she takes care of her guy. And she takes care. Yeah. Shout out to Meredith McCoy, because she's back as the voice of Android 18, and she wasn't here for Kai. She even left some of the video games, but now she's back, and I love her voice as Android 18. I think she sounds great. It's a line between her sounding very mundane, but still very provocative, and still kind of, I'm over this, but let's
give her a monotone voice, but it's still there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still in the background.
But it's still a lot of character.
She didn't speak in this episode, though, right?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, one of my favorite lines from this episode, if you don't mind me saying, one of my favorite lines is the fact that, and again, this is like breaking the fourth wall humor, which is, why do we even bother with a car? We just end up flying.
Right,
I love that. I love that humor. It's like, why do we even bother with a car when we're basically going to end up flying? And all their friends have the same idea. So
because they want that normal life.
Overrated.
They do have
overrated.
But like we were talking about before, all of them have been, like, all of what we've seen, they've all been fighting and doing all this, and now they all kind of just want to settle down and have a family.
They retired, basically.
And be normal. So
well, basically all retired.
I'm going to say they did it for the kid. I'm going to say to give the kid a normal life.
That's true.
So she's not going to have any powers. She's a regular human.
We don't know, but she's still the child of a cyborg. We don't know how.
Come on, that's not going to transfer over.
It's Dragon Ball. Anything can happen.
She was human with cybernetic parts and
enhancements. I think that's the word you're looking for. Enhancements.
Yeah, enhancements.
Nice choice, guys.
Plenty of enhancements.
Go on, Gary. I'm sorry.
And then
she puts up with us, guys.
And then at
that's
the party,
why people love her.
It's Bulma setting up her own birthday party, which is, I feel like she'd be mad just setting up her own birthday party.
Oh, no, she wants it her way.
That's true.
She always wants it.
She's a powerful woman.
That's true. But I feel like she also likes to be doted on.
Both accurate. Both accurate.
And Boo's stuffing his face with food once again. Another food episode.
Exactly.
But you also get to see how different Boo is now. I mean, this guy was the main baddie.
He's not so intimidating as he was before.
I mean, he still has temper tantrums. He's still a big baby with a diaper, literally, like a big pink baby with a diaper.
Yes.
But I love the relationship between him and Mr. Satan, where it's like, yo, Boo, I'll just go ahead and get your own little thing over here. And he's like, yay, Mr. Satan, let's go.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
It's
Like
he's
Boo. Super happy child, pink hair. Shout out to Boo Kelly. So, get it, Boo Kelly. Yeah, boo. Hashtag bae.
Oh. More puns. So then, we see Boo eating the party, and Bulma is like, nobody eating until I eat, because this is my party, so cut that out. And of course, we get to see Piccolo
That's
and
a great moment, sure.
Gohan, his family, the photo, a little bit more of Android 18. So I like this scene a lot because it really kind of updated us on where everyone's at.
Yep. We see Yamcha, we saw Tien.
We got Tien, Chaozu.
Then
poor Chaozu, little clown kid.
I found Yamcha to be really depressing. He's like just lonely and he has a cat.
Well, you know what? You know what's funny about...
He completely missed out on Bulma, and now, years later, he has to show up at her birthday party where she has a kid and a husband, and is completely doted on, and he's there as
he's officially the ex. He's officially the ex. He's officially the loser ex.
There with this cat.
With his cat.
He's a cat lady. He's a cat lady.
I would show up with my cat if my cat would leave the house.
Shout out to the men out there who have cats, all right? Shout out to your cat lovers out there.
I guess but I honestly think Yamcha had the best fighting style. Like, his style of fighting,
the
wolf fang
fist,
was probably the coolest. But he just never went ahead and broadened it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a shame as far as how, and you know what? Even in Japan, like U.S. standards, Yamcha is kind of like a walking joke now. He has his own. He has his own punchline. But even in Japan, they acknowledge that Yamcha is kind of a failure. Like Yamcha is not necessarily a great character that progressed. There's actually an independent manga that's been contracted. Basically, the short version is there's an anime manga reader who gets reincarnated as Yamcha in the world of Dragon Ball.
Oh, that's cool.
And he gets to relive all the events of Dragon Ball going into Dragon Ball Z as Yamcha. Like, it's an official manga and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So he has all the knowledge as far as Dragon Ball Z, and he's kind of like, wait, looks in the mirror and he's Yamcha. So since he has like all the insight, he makes himself a better Yamcha than Yamcha ever was.
How Yamcha should have been.
Exactly, and that's the amazing part. But that's Japan kind of embracing its own humor, where it's like, Yamcha kind of sucks. What if Yamcha didn't suck that much?
I love, here in the studio, every time we prepare for Dragon Ball Super, Joe always accuses someone of being the Yamcha of the group. Every time.
Who's the Yamcha of the group?
I don't know. He always says, "Oh, you're Yamcha. Oh, you're Yamcha." When we're talking about like who we'd be.
Jeez.
He every time.
He always
said that to someone today. Did he say that to you, Josh? He told someone today that they'd be the Yamcha.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. You would be
Master Roshi?
Master Roshi. Right.
Shout out to our producer, Josh.
Master Roshi.
Who would be Master Roshi. And he accepted it. So you can't say anything.
But
he said,
usually.
Yeah, that's me.
Usually Joe throws around Yamcha like an insult.
Because Yamcha is the biggest punchline ever. I'm going to open it up to comments real quick.
Perfect.
So we have one question. Where to go? So Angel Villa asks, if you could make any... Did you want to finish up the episode first, or should we do the comments first?
We can do comments.
Okay.
Let's branch out to some comments.
Okay, so if you can make any character canon and appear in Dragon Ball Super, who would it be and why? Okay, so basically any character who is considered non-canon. So anybody from the movies, the fillers, anybody that's not in the manga that's considered non-canon. Who would you bring over and why? Let's start with you, Ernie.
That's obvious who I'm gonna pick because I love this movie better. Broly.
Broly was terrible.
No.
Broly was terrible.
He was supposed to be the actual real legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and so
I mean, like, imagine if you bring him over, Beerus probably would have gone for Broly because he probably was a Super Saiyan god.
Broly was pretty terrifying. No, the reason here.
Dude,
if anybody who follows,
huge. It was like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Saiyan.
Oh, I agree. And less words. All he said was Kakarot the whole time. Kakarot. But no, I was gonna say, for those who follow Team 4-Star, shout out to Team 4-Star because their content is amazing. They basically do an abridged series where they make fun of Dragon Ball, but they actually kind of retell it, but just shorter. They have a Dragon Ball abridged on Broly now, and it's amazing. And one of the comments that Vegeta makes is, because Broly's motivation is because he was crying as a baby next to Goku.
Yeah.
Goku was just crying as a baby. That made Broly cry as a baby. And that started the freaking revenge story.
Yeah.
Even Vegeta acknowledges like, wait, but that's so dumb. But he's so awesome. But that's really, really dumb. That's Broly, and he's not wrong. That is really, really dumb. So I like Broly, the character. I hate his backstory. It's the dumbest thing.
It was really weak, but I gotta say, he was just awesome. He was an amazing Saiyan and actually seemed intimidating.
He's pretty threatening. Kelly, would you bring anybody?
Now, you guys say that what's non-canon is GT.
basically. And
Right?
Yes, it's officially non-canon.
I have not seen GT.
That's okay.
So I don't
How about
know.
the movies?
Well, there's the movies. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of Brawly movies. There's a lot of.
Yeah, I
Or we just kind of keep it as like, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good.
I think I'm good.
If I were to bring anybody from non-canon, it would be Cooler. I like Cooler. I like the whole Frieza, which is Frieza's brother. I like that whole Frieza family.
I thought that was supposed to be canon.
That's not canon. That's only been in movies.
Okay.
That's only been in movies. So if I had to bring anybody who's non-canon, I'll bring over Cooler just because I like the Frieza species as tyrants. I've always liked Frieza being like the big threat to the universe until they kept going.
I loved Frieza as a villain.
Yeah.
Loved Frieza as a villain.
Frieza's great. He was, again, we expanded like 50 episodes of like 5. It was supposed to be a 5-minute duel on a planet, and they expanded it for like 50 episodes. That's amazing. That's the longest 5 minutes ever.
We had a whole lot of Frieza because he was the first enemy that had transformations. Like, so many had transformations.
Sure. He was supposed to be the end-all, be-all.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blackwing 2040 says Yamcha is a dork, and his favorite non-Super Saiyan
nice.
character is Krillin. Super Ryan Steele Thomas, that's a great name. He's going to watch Dragon Ball Lord Slug, got Dragon Ball Collections 1 with 5 DVDs, got today. Good job, man. Definitely let us know how you like it. Yamcha went from total badass in the original Dragon Ball to just plain pathetic from Chris Perez. Agreed.
Yeah.
Poor Yamcha.
All right, let's see. Bulma must be a trillionaire because she's spending them dollar bills like it's nothing. Thank you, Chris Perez.
She is in the richest family in the world.
Makes me want to be Bulma just because of that.
I would love to be. You know what? What'd be
so
really
rich
cool?
that you can yell at gods
Right?
and not be scared.
Right?
She yelled at Majin Buu like it was nothing. This Majin Buu, big baby, who could destroy us all.
And then the Saiyans who saved the world are scared of her.
Well, she's married to one, so that's automatic. You listen to your wife. I think if you're gonna be a good husband, you listen to your wife. You say yes.
Which he is.
Which he's a good. He's the best father he can be. I think that's where we're gonna settle it. Vegeta is the best father. He's a better father than Goku.
For a Saiyan.
Yes.
For a Saiyan.
Which I agree with.
He's a better father than Goku.
But you guys before said he was being a good dad, and I don't know if he was a good
No, you know, I actually
For a
thought about
Saiyan.
it.
For a
I actually
Saiyan,
thought
yes.
about it afterwards, and you know what? By traditional standards, he's not necessarily a good father, but he's the best father he can possibly be, which is why I give him credit.
I can agree with that.
Sure.
I can agree with that.
Kelly is babe because when she sticks to something, when she believes in something, I promise you. But no, I compliment her all the time because guess what? It could be an uphill battle. It could be 50 people against her and be like, no, wrong.
The best arguments are the ones between Kelly and Joe. Those are priceless.
I referee
They
those.
last.
I referee those. Like,
You have to be like, all right, guys, let's move on.
Like,
That's when you pull out the beers, the energy drinks. And
But you will legit see me kind of like, in 30 minutes. And time. We're good. We are done with this because we are going nowhere. Let's see. So we have a comment from Robert Luetta. How you doing, Robert? Thank you for joining us. He says, hey guys, on it, sometimes Super Saiyan it. Let me try to figure this out.
on it sometime the Super Saiyan on what you call it, like on Dragon Ball Z on Netflix.
Kelly, take a crack. I haven't heard
Hey guys, on it sometime. The Super
hey
Saiyan-
guys, on it. Sometimes the Super Saiyan on what you call it, like on Dragon
Nope, then I still don't get it.
Hey, we're gonna say shout out to Robert. Thank you, Robert. We tried. Keep commenting because
Yeah.
we were trying to figure that one out.
We'd like to give us
A stab in the dark. There is no Dragon Ball on Netflix currently, right?
It's not Crunchyroll.
No.
I had to get
there's-
Funimation and whatnot just
I know
to watch
that
it.
there's Dragon Ball, and GT are all on Hulu.
Yeah, are they?
Not all the
I
episodes.
know
though.
GT is on Hulu, but
I'm not a Hulu guy, so
Not
I
all
can't
the
compare.
episodes though. Not all the episodes of Dragon Ball.
I think the original
Dragon Ball Z.
Everybody go to Kiss. Go to Kiss
Z.
Anime. They have your anime needs right
Kiss
now.
Anime.
Kiss
Kiss
Anime.
Anime.
Yeah.
Just it's all there.
So we have Dennis RC265. He says, "What up, Deej? What up?" So he also says, "Brawly is soft." Ouch.
Oh.
Ouch. Fighting words
Did you
there.
not see him smack?
Super Saiyan 2, Teen Gohan would have ate him up. Super Saiyan 2
yeah.
at full power. After the Cell Saga, he never got that strong again until he became Mystic Gohan.
Mystic Gohan?
Until he became
That
Mystic
was his
Gohan.
cap out, supposedly.
So I think we just wrap up the episode, then we get more to comments. So
Perfect.
let's go ahead and wrap up the episode.
So during the birthday party, we get another glimpse at Vegeta, and he's training. He's still training. He's skipping his wife's birthday party
Wow,
to
those
train
Saiyans.
Pissing her off.
because that's what he likes to do. And then we get a last look at Beerus and how they are ready to go on their adventure to look for Goku.
like 30-minute.
Yeah.
The 30-minute drive.
The 30-minute drive. About the typical length of an anime, just in case you were wondering.
Packing snacks.
That was I liked that. I laughed at that one.
That was a nice reference.
That was nice. That was really
So does that mean that the next episode is just gonna be
oh my God,
30
I
minutes
hope
of
not.
them traveling?
I hope not. I'd be so bummed. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
We're about to have a
You heard the
30-minute
Kelly.
traveling episode.
No.
Of Whis is going. I mean,
No.
freaking Beerus going there. Are we there yet?
Oh,
Are we there yet?
and they still gotta play
Are we there
bingo.
yet?
So it's gonna be a bingo/traveling episode. I already call it.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
food.
yeah.
Don't forget the
And
food.
food, of course.
And
It's all
food.
gonna be out there.
Yeah, so next time I'm going to bring my cup of noodles, and we're going to have cup of noodles as we talk about Beerus just flying around for 30 minutes.
I'm gonna be legit disappointed if she doesn't bring like ramen in a cup. I'm not gonna lie.
What are we gonna bring?
You have to remind me, though.
Our chopsticks.
Because I'm forgetful.
Okay, I will
If
definitely
you remind me the day before, I will go pick some up. But wait. Do we even have hot water?
We will bring hot water.
We will bring hot water.
What?
We have a microwave.
We will bring hot
Oh,
water.
we do
Microwave.
have a microwave.
We have a
I
coffee
didn't think
maker.
we had a microwave.
I think that pretty much wraps up for today's episode.
Yeah, that makes
So,
that, and then the episode's
let's
ends.
go ahead and rank it in terms of spirit bombs. So 1 through 5 spirit bombs. Ernie, how would you rate this episode?
Still out of 3.
Okay,
I'm giving it a 4.
you giving it a 4. Why
Because
a
they
4?
moved on with plot. I love plot, guys.
They added some plot.
I think I probably overshot last week in terms of giving the Vegeta episode a 4, just because I love seeing Vegeta.
That's what I told you.
No, but here's the thing. I got to see Vegeta as a dad. Not the worst thing to see. That's something I never thought I would see, okay?
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to give this one a strong 3.5. I'll give it a strong 3.5 because this, to me, should have been episode 1. This,
I agree
to
with
me,
that.
should have been episode
I
1.
agree.
They could have
Yeah.
easily made this episode 1. You still got to see Goten and Trunks. You got to see
Yeah.
everyone. You got to see
We get
everyone.
an introduction to the plot.
Yeah.
And we get a look at where all the characters are at this moment.
Yeah.
It's setting up for the series. I felt like this should have been episode
And-
1. You're completely right.
There you go.
And you hear at least each one of them say something.
That's true.
Yeah. Somebody said something.
We got the
Everybody said
reintroduction of all the characters we got in the past.
something. Yeah.
We got
little flashbacks.
Little flashbacks. We got to see a threat. We got to see Kai's and God's being scared of each other.
Yeah.
And we still got to see Goku being a dumbass. And we got to see Vegeta being his training self. So we got to see
Food.
the
We got to see.
and we
and
got to
talk
see
about food.
and we got to see the food. This absolutely should have been episode 1. The more I think about it, the more I feel like the
Yeah.
other episodes. I still love the Vegeta episode as like a side.
As a filler episode.
Yeah, but they could have just like made that anime and just like released it to the interwebs just to satisfy my hey, look at Vegeta being a dad and he's eating that octopus. Oh, his life is great. But this should have been episode 1.
And Goku eating a giant bowl of ramen.
Oh, and rice, fried rice. We
Why
need
can't
Oh,
we
was it
have
fried
those?
rice
It's
to
fried
us?
rice.
Oh,
It's
my
fried rice.
mistake.
I know. I
So
pay
hungry.
attention to food. I pay attention to food.
Why can't we have those?
I know.
Okay, guys, keep the comments coming. We're gonna address those real quick. I'm going back to YouTube. Blackwing 2040 gives it 3 spirit bombs. Thank you
Fair.
for your rating.
Fair.
To go back to the question, as far as what would you like to see non-canon to be brought into canon? Chris Perez says Super 17 from GT would be cool. I don't disagree. I like Super 17 from GT, but he was a very boring character. He was a very boring character. Like he was brought in for fan service. He was literally brought in for fan service. Like they literally combined 2 Android 17s and it became a Super 17. It was kind of whatever. Let's see. Blackwing agrees. He would love to see Cooler. He says, heck yes, Cooler. Let's see. No. What else? Whoa, losing myself.
Dance
Is that
break.
Angel Villa?
Dance break.
We have Angel Villa with another question.
I'm sorry?
Was that
Oh, we got that one.
that one?
Oh, wait.
I have another question. I
go ahead, read it out, man.
character to the main cast of Dragon Ball.
yeah.
Read it out.
Yeah, read it out.
Read it out.
That is a new one.
So from Angel Villa, it was, I have another question. Would you add a new character to the main cast of Dragon Ball Super, and would it be original or a throwback as a permanent member?
Ooh. So we can make it up too, right? It could
Okay,
be
well,
original.
I know what I'm going to say.
Well, I mean, let's open it up. Let's set our parameters. So,
Yeah.
Made up or any character you put in Dragon Ball Super. What would you do?
I want them to bring back Chi-Chi as her superhero self.
Yes, absolutely.
If they actually
Absolutely.
evolve her into a playing character in this series who's gonna be protecting Earth from Beerus, I dig it.
Yep.
I want them to do that. Bring her in, let her take a stab at protecting Earth.
I 110% agree. Bring back the potential warrior princess as
Yeah.
opposed to the nagging housewife that
Yeah.
they really did Chi-Chi a disservice. And I get it.
She
they
has
did
a
it-
lot of catching up to do, though.
Well, it's not. Well, here's the thing. I'm saying, I think Kelly means like she never got off track. Like she never became the naggy, hey, Gohan, do your homework, housewife. Because that was more of a Toei animation thing in terms of her becoming that. She was just a housewife in the anime or in the manga, which is not much better. But at least in the anime, it's like an overbearing mother. But seeing her,
she had to take up the responsibilities that Goku never picked up.
This is true.
There's ways to do it without becoming lame. There's ways to do it without becoming lame. I mean, you can still be a kick-ass mom and still be a warrior princess.
Yeah.
Especially in Dragon Ball, anything's possible.
That's true. I mean, true.
If they wanted
she
to
could
write it
take
that way.
her kid with her to go fight. I mean, yeah, that's possible.
Well,
That'd
yeah,
be badass.
I mean, it's not like they wouldn't do it in this show.
It'd be like hashtag power couple. Like Goku, the nothing but fighting guy, plus Chi-Chi, the warrior princess. That'd be dope.
That's what it was supposed to be. I mean, that's
110%.
how they met. They're like them fighting in the tournament. Well, yeah. That's a good one, having her come back.
No, I love that answer. If I could bring anybody to Dragon Ball Super...
Or create a new... they don't need new characters, to be honest. I mean, they already are going to put new ones, but...
I would say Android 16. I liked Android 16's character from the Android saga because he's the reason why Gohan went Super Saiyan 2. Mm-hmm. He essentially... I feel like if there's a way to rebuild him... Because, again, Cell was powerful, and he was bioengineered. There should be a way to upgrade Android 16 to make him relevant again. I mean, he was a cool character. He was very much a Terminator 100 type of, kind of guy. But I also want to see the old school Piccolo be a badass again. I feel like he's kind of fading into the background too. He's basically the retired dad and he's younger. He's literally like 5 years older than Gohan.
Yeah.
He's a young guy. People think he's like old, and you could argue that Namek's age older or quicker, but that's not the case. Kami, the Namek, was around for hundreds and hundreds of years. He looked like a shriveled up raisin. I'm just putting it out there.
Well, it kind of sucks with Piccolo. I mean, his last two power-ups came from fusing with like other people. He wasn't able to achieve it on his own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would be great to have him like, power up and be able to join this new godly fight, but how is he going to do it? Can he do it on his own steam?
We're getting distracted here.
Sorry, we're like looking at our producer, Josh, and I'm just seeing him going nuts on his phone. And I'm like, damn, he is killing that. I don't even know.
It's like playing DDR on your phone. Is that
playing
what it is?
Food Ninja?
Yeah. Sort of.
Oh.
Okay, so Chris Perez says, you're right. DJ, how about Janemba? I like Janemba. I like Janemba's design from movie 12.
Yeah.
From Fusion Reborn. Here's the thing about the Dragon Ball movies. The backstories aren't the best. They're pretty much, hey, here's a bad guy, and hey, they're gonna beat you, like Power Rangers. Very, very, very formulatic. Mm-hmm. Blackpink 2040, Chi-Chi ain't got no chill. She needs some serious chill pills. Angel VS says, thank you so much for answering my questions. You're very welcome, Angel. Let's see. Chris Perez agrees. Chi-Chi got them skills. She did train Goten after all. That is true. She did raise Goten. She did raise Goten.
She did raise and taught him how to fight.
Because Goku left. And by left,
Good Lord, Goku!
And by left, we mean died.
But still, it's because he has to fight everybody.
He does have to fight everybody. That is an obsession of his. Piccolo is now Gohan's babysitter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, cool.
Wait, you guys remember Krillin's first girlfriend, Marin?
I do remember Krillin's first girlfriend. Do you remember her?
No.
She's okay. So Marin is like Bulma with big boobs.
Okay.
No, they literally drew her like Bulma.
Really?
She's a blue-haired girl,
No.
and they drew her the entire episode with like her in a bikini thong.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
It was less like
Really?
when I was younger, I didn't get it because I'm just like, why is there two Bulmas? And then it's just like her name is Marin. I'm like, no, that's Bulma.
That's
Like
Bulma.
if you look at her, it's exactly Bulma. Like I have no idea why they even introduced her.
I'm
like
gonna
that.
Google it really quick.
Yeah, please do because so Krillin actually, dang, Krillin got game.
Yeah.
He did.
Krillin got the hot chicks.
Afterwards, yeah. I mean,
But he did kind of get punked too because in that same episode, like he got dumped, and like she went off with another guy like ASAP.
That's Bulma. That's 100% Bulma.
That's Bulma
yeah, that was pretty much it.
in a
Like
bikini
that.
thong, legit like when she turns
Yeah,
around.
let's go.
There you go. So yes,
Tap into
actually
Google.
fun facts. She's a filler character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her response was so positive. They named Krillin. This is kind of jacked up to me.
Yeah.
They actually named Krillin's daughter Marin.
Yeah, they named after his ex. His ex. It was weird.
I do know someone that happened to.
Really?
In real life.
Oh, that's terrible.
Someone told me.
Do you want to hear it? Tell the story.
Well, someone told me. I'm not going to name names. Names out there. But someone did tell me that their dad named the first name after an ex-girlfriend, and so now she goes by her middle name.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's why,
Yeah.
people? Why? Don't name your kids after exes. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the record.
Okay.
Do not name your kids after exes. Anyways, that pretty much wraps it up, right?
Yeah, that was it. That was the episode. And I was happier with it. I like where it's going now. But if the next episode is 30 minutes of Beerus flying around, I'm not going to be happy next week.
$5.
I'm going to be grumpy.
That's going to be a Grumpy Kelly.
I'll be grumpy.
Hashtag Grumpy Kelly.
You cannot be grumpy if you're going to be eating ramen.
That's true. I'll just distract myself.
Yes, you can. You're just going to be fed.
I won't be hangry.
She's going to be hashtag Hangry Bay Kelly. Yes, there you go.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for commenting. We loved hearing what you had to say. We loved your questions. You guys had great questions today. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Definitely.
Don't forget to tune in next week, same time. We will be doing the same Super Saiyan Saturday after show as we always do.
The Dragon Ball Super.
The Dragon Ball Super after show right here on that hashtag show. Ernie, where can everyone find you?
Instagram, Facebook, _journey.
The Journey.
And on hashtag hotspots. We have ALA coming this next weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
We got that coming up. You're
I'm
going to,
excited.
right?
Yeah, I'm going. Except, my Saturdays are here now, so I'll be there Sunday.
Oh, yeah. You guys aren't going to see me next week, so I'll be in ALA, so I think...
I'll be there Sunday, though, so I'll see you. Are you going to be there Sunday?
Huh? The Sunday, yeah.
I'm eating a ramen.
Yeah, right?
I'm
Oh,
eating a cup of
no.
ramen.
Well, it depends. I think Brian is going to be taking my spot.
Doesn't matter.
Brian gets your ramen.
Brian gets my ramen.
No, DJ's eating everyone's ramen now.
All right, DJ, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram on DJ dot, like the period, DJ.2.Rivers on Instagram. You can find me on that hashtag show's Instagram as well. You can find me on Super Saiyan Saturdays with these awesome cats. You can find me on the Ranger Wrap Up, where we do the Ninja Steel Power Ranger after show now.
Yeah.
And we do that live streaming as well at 12:30.
First episode this morning.
Yes,
Check
we
it
did.
out.
So definitely check it out. For all
Yeah,
your Power
amazing.
Ranger fans out there, tune in. And then tune in every following week, same time, 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. Dragon Ball Super After Show, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. So look out for us. We're here.
Yeah. And you can find me on Tuesdays with Achievement Unlocks, where I bring you all of the video game news, and on Thursdays with Rapid Fire Supercharge K. Anime lovers out there, you don't want to miss this. It is a fun show where I try to quickly sell these fellow hashtagger people on new animes to watch, pretty much.
Awesome.
And you can follow me on all social media as Cranky Cupcakes with a Z at the end.
I do that with her now. I don't care. If I'm with her on the same screen, I do that with her now. I do the Zorro.
I have to specify. There might be another Cranky Cupcake out there.
I'm on your side. I'm enhancing the Z. What?
Yeah, high five.
Thank you.
All right, let's do
I
it.
gotta
Let's
get
do it.
on
Ready?
this.
There we go.
Thank you.
It's like doing the little, the
But wait.
Mickey Mouse thing.
For me, the Z would be this way. But should I be doing it
Backwards.
that way? I probably should be, huh? Sorry, guys.
I'm doing the regular Z. I'm barely coordinated
habit.
enough to do the regular Z.
It's habit. Thank you guys so much. Tune in next Saturday. Ernie will unfortunately not be here with us, but we will be accompanied by Brian. If you're still in there, Brian, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things trending
In geek pop culture.